see the reason why he's playing here in the final few minutes. And Young looks it off in the putback, and the follow dunk from Johnson. 4 dunks on the night.
They had the flight delayed. They didn't get home until 5 in the morning, and then had to suit up and play that night. So that's got to be an adjustment to be looked at.
Wow. Jalen Johnson has been impressive. Johnson going 1 on 5, man.
Of course, he's getting, most of the touches in a situation like that, just to get him back up to speed.
Oh, that's a killer, too. Can't chase down the miss.
Killer.
And then salt in the wound, and one by Jalen Johnson. 7 players with 5 or more points at halftime, and then Damon Giannis doing it. Heavy lifting, my goodness. Jalen Johnson, 3 monster dunks here tonight. As a couple of those will drive instead. And yet another turnover here for the Bucks. 8 of them here so far in the first half. And yet another Jalen Johnson emphatic dunk.
Giannis needs a shot. Good job by Brooks making sure he got one. But then
Johnson.
% of their field goals made are assisted. That's another good defensive play.
And the wheels are coming off here in the final few minutes of the first quarter. There's a putback for Johnson. 8 3-point makes, including that one here this year.
The gravity of Giannis, the roll and replace on the weak side away from the basketball. Great decision. A great test Friday. And the Bucks gave the Celtics all they could handle the first 2 times they met them when they weren't playing their best basketball.
With a finish, high off the glass, Jalen Johnson.
40 seconds left. Trey on the run out. Trey lobs it up there, and another throw down for Jalen Johnson. Trey out of the double. Jalen looks to attack C.J. McCollum and puts it in. Trey, nice pass, and Jalen Johnson took care of the rest.
But, again, they've been a step slow on these second shots.
Tough shot, Jalen. Far and away, the league leader in steals and deflections. Dyson Daniels has contributed 15 offensive points tonight to the Hawks' cause. C.J. McCollum denied, and in the middle, Jalen brings it up the floor. Murphy hits the deck, Jalen lays it in. With his shooting this game from start to finish. Bogey, nice pass. Jalen with a left-hand flush.
Switched it in the air.
Finished his career at UVA. Steps back, fires a 3 and misses.
That's his game. It's all about taking the 3-pointers.
Jalen Johnson goes 94 feet. So Atlanta trying to get things moving here. At both ends of the floor, Trey to Jalen. And the good hands of Murray, but Jalen recovers and scores. Johnson steps into a 3.
Well, like you said, Bob, he can get buckets.
8-3 Pelicans. Wide open, Jalen Johnson. Post up by Johnson. Size advantage. It's good basketball.
Yeah, you got to go on down, and Nick caught it on the run right to the teeth of the defense. The pump fake got him a keen look.
I think a lot of people forgot how skilled Nick Richards has become over the years.
After Capella came over, but Boss are really good at finding Brandon.
Jalen Johnson right back the other way.
7 guys with 7 or more points.
Both sides begin the second half the same way they began the game. Jalen Johnson off the window and in. Daniels. Offensive rebound, Okongwu. And Jalen Johnson makes it hurt. Clint Capella spent a lot of time over in France growing up, but he is of Swiss by birth. Final 30 seconds of our first quarter. Johnson, a little runner.
In their 11th home game. What a run run it has been here at home as Johnson guides it in.
Makes his way back to the spider. Knocks down a big shot.
Johnson has an answer. Kobe Buffkin's in the ball game. He hunts for a shot. He'll find a Kongwu who just lost it, chases it down, finds Johnson. Back door, puts it up and puts it in.
Standing after that basketball.
And that is not good. Benny Atkinson as the Hawks look for their first lead of the night. Young to Johnson, oh my.
They're speeding us up, so we got to do a better job slowing them down.
That Hawks bench has 35 big points as that pass is picked off by Johnson. Johnson to Young. Young stumbles, goes back to Johnson. A Kongwu, and now it's Daniels. Daniels down the lane, floats it up. He missed it. The Hawks have it back. It's Johnson who eventually lays it in. Was ineffective off the opening tip.
Nurse played really, really well.
Jalen Johnson spins and scores.
I'm not buying anything.
A lot to be thankful for.
It didn't buy me something.
Oh.
All old bad kids always want something. Everybody, no, somebody buy me something.
He has taken 25 shots to get there, but he is on fire at the moment. Hunter. Jalen Johnson backing with Washington. Gets inside and lays it in. Mavericks have played a ton of close games this season. Another takeaway. Jalen's got it. Gafford is the man chasing him. Putting up the challenge. Could not stop Jalen Johnson. Behind the back, here is Jalen. Little ball fake, turns, hits. That had to feel good after going 0 for 9 on threes last night in Miami. 84-80. Down the pipe, Jalen waits, lays it in. Gafford has 10, 82-77. And a baseline jam for Jalen from Trey. Outstanding work.
All right, well, you learn quickly that the NBA, that's where the big boys play.
And the little guys like Trey, who tees up Jalen for a wide open wing three. Attack and run with a purpose. Batted away. That was intended for Gafford. Behind the back bounce, Trey. Lob it back to Jalen. He lays it in. What a play. What a play by the Hawks. Has Daniels in a switch. Now Kyrie back to work. Scoop blocked by Dyson Daniels. No, no, no. Not in the house of Mutombo. Here's a lay-in for Jalen Johnson.
You know, and get to studying film on these real great players.
There you go.
They really paved the way for us, for sure.
Well, Josh, thanks so much for taking time to be with us. Nice. That looked like you. Trey waits. Ricochet firing and missing. Long rebound to Ricochet. He'll give it up. Corner three for Jalen. For Marshall, Hawks protect a three-point lead. Evan Willis joining us. And a nice drive by Jalen. Rebound Dallas.
Well, those are the shots that Capella has to make a little bit more consistent.
Oh, and a pickoff. Easy one for Jalen. And he winds up to throw it down to open the scoring.